Welcome to In the Sulky. Bob Hayden, joined by Anthony MacDonald. And Anthony MacDonald, you're here tonight. You have a seminar going on. Before we get to what's going on there, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and your family in racing.
Well, I mean, I've been in racing my whole life. My brother Mark drives down around here now. My brother James doing a great job in Ontario. He's got a real bright future ahead of him. And you know, we've always, my family had a hobby farm when I was growing up in Prince Edward Island, and you know, it's an industry that I love. I care very deeply about, and I've done all I can over the last 5 or 6 years, I think, to help it as little as I can, and I'm going to continue as much as I can.
So the people that will be listening to you tonight about your new concept will also know that you've been in the bike, you've driven, you've trained, you've raced horses, you've been there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the bike a little bit. You know, I've been in every facet of the industry. You know, I worked my way up from a groom to a second trainer to a trainer to a driver, and I don't think I've lit the world on fire in any of the departments, but I've tried my hardest and I've done the best I can, and I've done pretty well for myself along the way.
Tell us a little bit about the stable.ca. What is this, and what's the seminar going to be about tonight?
I mean, it's very simple. The stable.ca was born from the time I was in politics, when I was knocking on doors, and you'd knock on a door and somebody'd ask and say, "Oh, you're the horse guy," and you'd speak about the political stuff, and then before I left, I made a point to say, "Hey, have you ever been to the horse races before?" No. I love horses, but I've never been to the track, and I've never owned one. Well, which is frustrating, because where I ran in Guelph is 15 minutes from 2 racetracks. So it dawned on me that there's this enormous amount of people out there that would love to be involved in our sport, but just haven't had a reason to be involved in our sport. And we've taken for granted that people that love us and love what we do will just come out, and that just simply isn't the case. And we need to do a better job getting people out to the track, on site, getting people involved in a game that we know is a great sport. And the only way to do that really is to get them involved in horse ownership. So what I did was quite simple. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I just made it easy for people to get involved. If you want to buy 1% of a yearling, you can do that, and it's very inexpensive, and your costs are very inexpensive. To own 1% of a 2-year-old in training down is 67 cents a day. So for under $23 a month, you can own 1% of a 2-year-old training down, and you have no idea the amount of people that have come out in response to this. We have owners on 2 continents, 4 countries, all over the states, and people just email you, and they're ecstatic. And the people in Ontario just funnel out to the training center on Saturday to watch these horses train. And I said to somebody in Columbus the other day when I was speaking, I said, think of what it was like to pick up a brush and brush a horse the first time in your life and be involved in this sport, and how quickly you were hooked on it. These are the people I'm around every single day of the week. They just love the sport, they love the horses, and they really want to be involved. And it's a tremendous feeling. It's really something special, and I'm grateful for it every day.
That intimidation that we used to see with the $500,000 yearlings and things like that at sales, that is now kind of brushed aside, right? For people to now an opportunity.
I mean, let's be honest. Who has the money to buy a $500,000 yearling? I mean, there's a very small group of people that can do that, and those people are dwindling. We need a way to get all our yearlings purchased for our breeders at fair market value or higher, and the only way to do that is to get more people involved in this game. The only way to grow our fan base is get more people involved in this game, and our gamblers also. So this isn't about the stable.ca. This is about 50 the stable.cas, or whatever you want to call them. This is about getting trainers involved and getting them to open up their barns and be more approachable and bring people out from the general public and build this industry 1% at a time, 1 person at a time. It's the only way you can do it.
So you have privileges now. I mean, if you're a horse owner, you can now go to the barn and maybe when that time comes, even go to the winner's circle, share in the trophy, etc. You're now a participant.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. I've been lobbying for licensing reform. Right now, if you own 6% of a horse, you have to pay the same as somebody who owns 60 horses. So people need to be involved, though. They need to be able to hold something in their hands and say, I'm a member of horse racing. I'm a member of the stable.ca or anybody else's stable. And when we get those people in and they see what kind of a great sport it is, sure, some of them, listen, horses get injured and don't make the races, but a lot of these people are going to love the experience they have. And by being able to buy small percentages of horses, they don't get hurt. They can budget. I had a guy call me and said, I want to buy 6% of a horse, specifically 6%. I get off the phone and my wife said, why would anybody want to buy 6% of a horse? Because that's what him and his wife could afford. They knew if everything went wrong, that 6% was their money, and it's not the end of the world. And that's what it's all about, is reducing the risk and maximizing the fun of the people in the sport. And it's what we have to do. It's paramount if this industry is going to move forward.
What about the person when you get involved? What age horses are we talking about now?
These are all 2-year-olds. So there's a reason we do that. I mean, the biggest reason we do it is there is expenses that come with racing horses: trucking, shipping, vet fees, paddock fees, stake payments. These are things that fluctuate. So for me to put a flat rate on that, one of us is getting screwed.
Yeah.
Either you're paying too much or I'm charging you too much. It doesn't work. So you have to build a rapport with these people. And what we've done is we have bought a couple of horses with people from the stable.ca, but we like to build a rapport with them and get a comfort zone with them so that they feel comfortable in investing in something else, another project that we have. And it's much better done like that, I feel, anyway.
Do you find that people that used to be in the business who got out are now trying to get back in?
Absolutely. I had a guy the other day called me and said, do they still license people at Roosevelt? Not that I'm aware of. I said, no, I don't think so. And he said, oh, that's too bad. He said, I haven't owned a horse since 1992. He bought 25% of a horse. He's from Maryland. But that's the thing. Think of all the racetracks that closed and all the jurisdictions that we aren't working on. And there's investment in those jurisdictions. Listen, I own people in England, Ireland have bought horses. Gentlemen from Belgium and Argentina. I mean, people love horses. They love horse racing and they want to be involved, and we just have to give them a reason to be involved. Certainly not a reason not to be involved.
You got that. Some people think it was apathy, but it might have been just strictly non-awareness, not knowing how to get involved. I don't have the money to go to a sale. I live far away. But wait a second. Here is a way for me to get in the middle of it.
Listen, I think when you step back and look at it, everybody knows what happened. We did a poor job. Horsemen did a poor job. Racetracks did a poor job. Everybody did. And we now have an opportunity to step forward and be part of something big, be part of growing this industry, not just hoping that the drain clogs on the way down, but hoping that we can actually climb out of something and build this industry into something great, something it should be. And I really believe that initiatives like this are a great step forward. And it's not just because I came up with it. As I said, this isn't about me. It's about building lots and lots of stables like this and getting people to interact with the general public. And if we can do that, we can build this. I know we can.
And you get novices together with the veterans, too. They can all kind of intermingle together.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Anthony MacDonald, thanks so much. The stable.ca. What else? Give us a parting comment here for those people who might want to get involved.
Hey, listen, I mean, we try to make it as easy as we can. And as I said to you before, I do the best I can, and I think in 30 years, I don't think anything parting gifts I leave the industry won't be on the track unless it's a chalk-up line. But I really want to help out if I can, and I think that this is something people should look into. And it's not with my stable, and hopefully there'll be other ones pop up in your jurisdictions that you get involved with. And I know there's other trainers that are looking into doing things like this and other racetracks, and I really hope everybody does, because it's a great feeling. It's a great initiative, and it's really, really going to help our industry moving forward.
And good luck at the seminar tonight. Get some new owners, and hopefully we'll see those owners right here at the Meadowlands soon. Anthony, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
You got it.